Good afternoon, this is another workshop update from Van Haven, actually my first workshop update, so let's hope this goes well. It's been noisy in here today, follow me. Lots of pop tops going in, which is super exciting. So we've got Stuart's and John's vans. They're having, one of those is having a pop top, that's another one. So this is both guys work for the same company, thought they'd treat themselves to a couple new vehicles, obviously want tax efficient vans that are going to look absolutely awesome. But John in particular is looking to go away with his family, so putting the pop top into this. And interesting, we have 3 vans today at different stages of the pop top construction process. So let's check those out and you guys can see what it's like to cut into a £40,000 brand new van. Rich is just about to make a load of noise, but yeah, he's pretty much chopped into the roof now. So everything has to be stripped out, quite obvious. And we have to be really careful not to chop through any of the wiring looms. These guys do an awful lot of this, so they're very experienced, know exactly what to do. We use a nibbler as opposed to jigsaws or grinders, so there are no sparks produced that will create little shards of metal that will eat into the paintwork. It's really important to protect the van properly and get a perfect finish. Yeah, so you're not using a nibbler, you're using an air
Nibbler's
hat
the one with the poking that cuts the windows out.
Yeah. So does that produce any sparks?
No.
So there's no sparks?
Same as a nibbler.
Same as a nibbler.
A nibbler just knocks the metal in and out, and that just cuts it like a little hatchet.
Okay. I've learned something today.
That's all right.
And now we're on to stage 2 of the pop top build, which is installing the halo. This is Andy's van, I believe. Very exciting. We've actually got a new design of swamper wheel on this one, and we've teamed it up. Instead of the knobbly bobbly BF Goodrich KO2s, we've gone for a Geo Lander, which is more of a truck tyre. So this is going to give less road noise. So for longer road trips, it's really noisy in here today. It's going to be a lot more comfortable and a lot more quieter inside the van. But this is the halo, we call it. So when we cut so much material out of the roof, we have to reinforce and actually sort of keep some sort of structural rigidity to the shell of the van. So this is their halo, which is effectively a frame that bolts into place to keep the torsional rigidity of the van. From here we have all the fixing points and plates for the actual pop top itself. As many people have seen from our other build videos, we prefer to use the stealth roofs. They're really light, they work really well, they work exclusively using gas struts as opposed to clunky scissor mechanisms. It's really light, doesn't affect the driving dynamics of the van at all. And we fit loads of them. We do fit it in our own way. I'm possibly not the best person to talk about how that's done. But if we move out of the way, we've just got the Caravelle floor coming in, also very exciting. So this here is the Caravelle floor. Now the Caravelle floor is a rail system. It's a genuine floor system from VW, into which a number of accessories and seats can fit. This particular van, the Caravelle system normally comes as a 6-seater in the rear, so 2 swivel captain seats and a bench. This customer is just opting for the bench, which is pretty exciting. So a very custom job. Next stage would be to put the van on the lift, drop all of the exhaust and also all of the heat shield out, drill the rails down into the structural points and put the bench in. And this is Dave's van. So Dave's van has, she's a slightly older lady, has come back into us to have the pop top fitted, which is brilliant. So we don't just do new vans, we're more than happy to install or carry out our enhancements to older vans as well. I think we built this originally, it was one of Ollie's designs maybe, come back in for the pop top. So this has all been installed, just waiting for the bedboard to go in, and then Jordan will finish all of the wiring, all the final fixed stuff, just have everything looking really nice and tidy. So this is a bedboard. So the bedboard is the part of the pop top that moves up and down inside the roof structure. When the lid's popped, the bedboard can move up to give you more headroom when walking around in a van. And at night time, the bedboard comes down for you to sleep on. We use a really sturdy marine grade plywood, which is then wrapped up in the carpet for a nice soft finish. The reason why we love this setup is we've got this area here called the donut. Now, the donut fills the hole when you're traveling inside the van. What that does is it drastically reduces the noise and just adds effectively another layer of sound deadening, or just another barrier between you and the outside. And it's really cool. You can also lock children up there. Probably shouldn't say that on camera. I am so excited for Matthew's TTRC. It's just such a high spec carbon fibre van. And it's been turning an awful lot of heads here in the Van Haven workshop. Some customers often need a lot of help designing their vans. Designing a vehicle from scratch is something not many people have been through before. Matthew was the complete opposite. He called us knowing exactly what he wanted. He had his vision, and all we had to do is say, yeah man, we'll build it. So check this out. It's a new design wheel we've never used before, but it's teamed up with these huge brakes. These are the biggest brakes from Forge. Absolutely massive, really vibrant and bold. And then we've had the paint shop match the rear calipers as well. And we're going to be continuing that colour inside as well, with a full bespoke interior. She is very much ripped out. All of the different departments are still working on each individual piece, but when she's put together, it's going to be a monster. Hopefully we'll update you shortly on that. What else have we got here? Another swamper, demo van. We've got a lot here at the moment, and we seem to be the only people that have stock of T6.1s. There are rumours that the factory have run out of various parts, tailgates, alloy wheels, rear parking sensors, but we still have stock. So if you are after a van sooner rather than later and don't want to wait, I think people have been quoted like 10, 12 months waits from the dealerships. Pick up the phone. Everything we have here is massive spec, with all the toys, rear view cameras, tailgates, twin sliding doors, Discover Media navigation. They are all beautiful. Let's now have a look at, this is a really cool van. So this van actually came to us from a customer who had a conversion at another company. Yeah, I'm going to show it. Come and have a look at this. So often people don't discover us until they've actually had their van built or they've purchased a vehicle elsewhere. And frankly, that's no problem at all. We're happy to work on any transporter project. Andy heard of us, I think, on the internet. He'd already commissioned his build with Hillside, and this is actually the first Hillside camper conversion I've actually seen in the flesh. And it's really impressive. It's such a novel layout. This is the Cromwell, I'll look it up. But it's actually got a bathroom in the back. Now when we finish this van, we're just waiting on the interior to be completed. He's been waiting a while. Unfortunately, that process does take a little bit of time, but this will be so worth it. Mega spec camper van, air ride suspension, full leather interior with all the copper bronze trimmings. It's going to be really, really cool.